Hi, good day everyone. My name is Professor Bello and today we are going to discuss multilingual and multicultural education. Again, this topic is a part of our main course, language program and policies in multilingual societies. Now in this video, you are expected to explain the basic concepts in multilingual and multicultural education. So let's get into it. So the first question is, what is multilingual and multicultural education? Ano nga ba yun? Is it only the use of dialects, the use of two or more languages, or having students from different racial, from different ethnic groups? Now the answer to that question is, it is defined as the use of two or more languages for learning and teaching in a structural setting. Now the basic concepts, we have to understand that literacy is developed in specific content areas, and these are taught through medium of two or more languages in an organized and planned education program. That is multilingual and multicultural education. The content is being taught using two or more languages, and it is planned, hindi siya spontaneous lang. Next, when we say again, when we say multilingual and multicultural education, we can't help but to discuss the L1 and the L2. When we say L1, it is the home, the native, and the mother tongue. The home language, the language that the children use when they are at home, when they speak to their friends, when they speak with their close loved ones. When we say language 2 or L2, it means this is the dominant language. Majority of the world speaks it, and it is deemed as a powerful language. That is why we are aiming at mastering this L2. For example, English. Philippine education has been stressing the stressing the now Philippine education has been stressing the proficiency of our students when it comes to English. Next, now we do have some terminologies that you might encounter when we talk about multilingual and multicultural education. These concepts are the following. We have home language, mother tongue, native language, dominant language, native speaker, bilingual, and multilingual. Although some of the books that you are going to search, or some of the references that you are going to browse at the web will be having various definitions, that's okay because there is no consensus on the definition of each terminologies. It is highly arguable. Now, when we talk about multilingual and multicultural education, we must remember that education is the responsibility of the nation states. Uh, the country has the decision about bilingual and multilingual education. And sometimes these decisions are highly political and frequently influenced by dominant ideologies such as historical, economic, and social-cultural factors. Now, if you gotta think of it, the official language of the Philippines is Filipino, and how come? What made them decide that Filipino should be the national language of the Philippines? Does it have something to do with historical, economic, and social cultural factors? So those are the questions that we have to raise when we are looking into the concept multilingual and multicultural education. Now, why is it important? Why is this included in the program of teacher education? Again, multilingual and multicultural education is a strong and dynamic academic field which helps to provide equal education opportunities for all students by raising the awareness of number one, parents, number two, educators, administrators, policymakers, and finally, the researchers. Now, we have to point out that language rights exist. Everyone has the right to speak his or her own language, especially at home, at work, at school, sa kahit saan mang lugar. It is our right to speak what language we want to speak. Language rights, again, is an inextricable part of the basic human rights. Now, at the end of the day, when we talk about multilingual and multicultural education, these are the questions that we are going to raise. So, what is the main challenge now for multilingual and multicultural education? How can we accommodate those languages in education? Because uh, sa buong mundo, in totality, we do have, if our population is 7 billion. Approximately, we do have 200, approximately, we have 200 different nation states or countries. And I think we have more than 7,000 languages that people is speaking right now. So that's the problem. How can we promote equality? How can we promote equal opportunities for students from diverse racial, ethnic, and linguistic, cultural, and social class groups? So those are the key questions that we have to ponder when we talk about multicultural and multilingual education. So again, that's the introduction for this concept. My name is Professor Beljo, and thank you for watching the video.